For almost 5,000 years, wheels have been an indispensable component of transportation. However, by creating magnetic technology that will eventually raise cars above the ground so they may glide on the highways without the resistance of conventional wheels, scientists in China are rewriting the path of history. Cars are able to reach high speeds with a magnetic push, making them extremely energy efficient. Today, we will be looking at 4 hovering cars coming in the future. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to our channel. And without a hitch, to boot, the proposal draws inspiration from the magnetic levitating trains that can reach speeds of over 600 km/h. These hovering cars will, however, drive on a straightforward aluminum track, which is far easier to integrate into the current traffic infrastructure than magnetic trains. The early prototypes reportedly reached speeds of 143 km/h as of 2022, each weighing 2 tons. Underneath the car's body was a heavy magnetic system that allowed for levitation. However, because it became more expensive and impracticable for everyday roads, scientists came up with an amazing solution. The car's wheels alone could be equipped with ring-shaped magnets to create levitation. However, how is this even possible? The principles of physics, namely the one that states that when magnets start moving, in this case, when the magnetic wheels start rotating quickly, create a repulsive magnetic field in surrounding conductors, such as the aluminum sheet in this particular situation. This is where the secret is found. Consequently, this repulsive force causes levitation, which is then used to drive the vehicle. The electric levitating car has the potential to be the next big revolution in personal transportation, following the move from horses to autos. The good news doesn't end there, though. Aleph Aeronautics, a California-based company, is also enabling automobiles to fly. Despite its unusual shape, it might initially appear to be a typical driving automobile because the special flying technology is hidden under its mesh body made of carbon fiber. The company has devised a great idea to use the car's body as wings, with 8 propellers, each with a separate software-controlled electric propulsion system, and 4 electric motors on each wheel. After takeoff, it spins 90 degrees to change its flight attitude from upward to forward. Before these adjustments, the driver always stays parallel to the ground, even when the cabin tilts 90 degrees and looks like a UFO. The flying car's unique design enables it to produce enough vertical lift to go forward and offers a variety of use cases, including soaring over barriers and easily navigating through traffic jams. The good news is that the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration has already certified the business for limited area flight testing. The car's dimensions are comparable to those of an SUV, making it easy to park in any garage or area. The original model, dubbed the Model A, has a 200-mile road range and can carry 2 passengers in addition to an additional 110 miles when in the air. This model will cost $300,000 for early adopters because it will be painstakingly constructed at Aleph's warehouse in California. In the future, the Model Z, or the following iteration, is expected to have a much lower price tag. By the end of 2025, production is expected to start, and pre-orders worth over $750 million have already been placed and are still available. Aerot, the air mobility business of electric vehicle manufacturer XPeng, is China's answer to the United States drone industry. Their vehicle, called the X3, has 8 retractable propellers and 4 axes of multi-rotor design, which enables it to drive like a conventional vehicle. The X3, which is the company's 6th-generation flying automobile, has already made its public premiere and accomplished all of its objectives, including a successful landing. According to XPeng, he tested the flying automobile on several occasions with a single motor failure, and each time it passed. The X2, a 5th-generation flying automobile, is the first human-operated electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle to obtain such certification. It uses the similar technology and was granted a special flight permission in China. As a result, XPeng has been able to conduct a number of human flying experiments, gathering important information and expertise that will aid in the creation and manufacturing of the X3. The X3 is driven by the driver and uses a right-hand gear lever to manage forward and backward movement, altitude adjustments, and turns while in the air, in contrast to the X2, which is fully autonomous. In order to enjoy the pleasure of flying with their own car, drivers do not need to undergo intensive flight instruction, as XPeng guarantees that they can easily grasp the gear lever in less than a day. But one of the problems with the X3 is that because of its weight of about 2 tons, it can only fit 2 people in its limited seating capacity. This weight difference results from the fact that flying requires more power than driving on the road. The prototype can fly a few dozen miles on a single charge at the moment, but several hundred miles is the desired flying range in the long run. High-energy dense batteries are the crucial innovation required to accomplish this goal. Current electric car batteries are still hefty, which means that using them in flying cars requires a lot of energy merely to lift the battery, which lowers the flying range. Elon Musk stated in one of his interviews that for electric aircraft to be feasible, battery energy density needs to be higher than 400 watt-hours per kilogram. The world's largest battery manufacturer, CATL, has invented a novel condensed battery that has an astounding energy density of up to 500 watt-hours per kilogram. This is where the genuinely groundbreaking news comes from CATL. Compared to a modern electric vehicle battery with the same energy storage capacity, this is almost twice as light. The X3's dimensions, while its wings are folded closely, resemble those of a traditional car. But when it's in flight mode, it takes up a lot more room. Thus, advanced planning is required to prevent traffic jams. However, SPANG is now more than halfway to creating flying automobiles with no emissions. It's possible that the business will release the completed version as early as the next year. Although there have been multiple delays in the production of the next-generation Tesla Roadster, the exciting news about its technology keeps it as one of the most eagerly awaited electric supercars. Tesla persists in pushing the limits of automotive engineering despite the occasional obstacles it faces, such producing the Cybertruck's extremely durable stainless steel body. Tesla is still dedicated to achieving its lofty objectives in spite of these setbacks. It is said that the new Roadster will be able to hover 1 meter above the ground when it eventually makes its appearance because of an optional SpaceX package that includes cold air rocket thrusters placed all around the car. That's a wrap for today's video. What do you think about this? Tell us in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to and like our channel.